All right, all right, all right. I do think I am live. Hello, Zen friends. Happy Wednesday to you. Hump day. Hope you're enjoying your week, and I'm excited, as we always are, to see what messages are coming through from Spirit today. So we'll jump into that here in a moment. But before that, of course, we like to come back to this moment by taking a big deep breath and bringing in the singing bowl for extra energy and love from the universe. So let us do that. If you want to join me, we're going to take a big deep breath in, hold it for a moment, for however long you feel comfortable, and then a slow exhale out, coming back to the now, out of the future, out of the past, out of the chaos of the outside world, and come back to this wonderful space we have in our heart. So let us begin. Big deep breath in. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. It's just so nice just to breathe and slow down, isn't it? And then we'll bring in the singing bowl. I will hit it 3 times, and as I do that, you can just imagine this beautiful, beautiful love energy flowing down into our hearts, filling us up and flowing out to the world, and, um let it just go into every piece of our body, our mental body with all our thoughts and stories, into our emotional body, into our heart and all of our emotions, to our physical body, into all of our organs and our blood and our joints and our muscles, and then, of course, into our energetic body, into all of our chakras and our meridians and our auras, letting it fill us up and flow out to the outside world, letting it spark out there because we know there's a lot of opportunity in this earth at this time for higher vibration. So we'll give it whatever help it would like from us, right? And of course, as we're doing this, we can think of one thing that we're grateful for in this moment that immediately begins to raise our vibration, puts us in this openness with spirit. We get to receive messages from them. We also attract more of what we're grateful for. So it's a win, 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 win all the way around, right? So, as I hit the singing bowl, like I said, I'll do it 3 times, just focus on that gratitude and, um, let us begin. I'll start off in a little distance so I don't, uh, bust your eardrums, so be aware of the volume, I never know how loud it'll be. Right, here we go. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. She'll sing and sing away there. All right, put her back here. Let her watch over us. So, hello, everybody. So glad to see everyone. Hope you are doing well and enjoying all this wonderful, amazing energy. How you doing with that Leo post full moon energy going on? Some beautiful, beautiful energies. Got a lot of astrology just activating things and a lot of change going on. So just always know you have a good sanctuary inside of you to go to if the outside world seems a bit uh, crazy. All right. What did we get here? Came flying out. Yeah, King of Swords. We can retreat into our beautiful higher mind. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Hope you're doing well, like I said. And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We got a great group of Zen friends with huge hearts and great senses of humor. Definitely two things we can use in this wonderful adventure called humanity. So welcome. There's always room for more Zen friends. If you want to know how the how process works, it's all down in the description area of the video. Free readings are first come, first serve, and they're generally two card readings ish. And all you do is put your question down in the chat. You can ask for a general reading if you don't want your business to be out there, or if you are not sure what you want spirit, you want to know from spirit. You just know you want a message. You don't know what about what. You're just like, you know, I was gonna say dealer's choice, but that's a blackjack dealer, not a tarot reader. But you know what I'm saying. Spirit's choice. um, if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize those, step out of the free readings, dive deeper, pulling more cards. We spill more tea with Bretta Z for those. You also get a fortune cookie for those. And so we to kind of round out your reading a little bit as well. If you want to use the super chat at the bottom for a donation, you can do that also in the description area of the video. We do have the Venmo, the Cash App, PayPal, and Square. I do not have any set dollar amount, so whatever you give from your heart, I know you're giving what you can, and I do honor that. If 2.5 hours in, I have not completed any free readings, I do step away from the donations and do about 30 minutes of free readings, return back to donations. I always finish donations out. And after I'm done with all those, if I have enough energy, which lately I have been, I've been finishing them out, even going to 6 hours sometimes. What? I know, you know, it's spirit when we take that long. Uh, and what else? Oh, at the end of each session, I do post a pinned comment listing all the readings completed with timestamps. So if you have to leave and come back, you can always find your reading real easily that way too. So that's the skinny on most of the stuff there. Let's see, what else do we have? Every full moon and new moon, I do have a drawing for the possibility of winning a 30-minute personal recorded reading with me, or from me, not with me. It's not live, it's a recorded reading where you send me your questions. I record it and upload it to a special place on YouTube and send you the link there. Um, or you can also choose one of my energetic hedges. I actually have two now. I just introduced the newest one, the Hedge of Health, which here's the link for that if you're interested in those. Um, but the new moon drawing, I just posted the link there. You just have to watch the video to see how to get into the drawing. I'll draw it I was going to say November, February 17th. The year's flying by, but not that fast yet. But on the new moon, I will post a video announcing the winner. And I do have one every new moon and every full moon. So if you keep an eye out for that. The Hedge of Health that I introduced is actually on special too until February 12th. Generally, it's $50 for a 2-week process, but it's on sale for 35 for the introductory price. Let's see, what else did we have here? Oh yeah, we still have from the Leo full moon. If you didn't check this out yet, we have making the most of the full moon energy. though the 8 hours before the full moon is the biggest time to make our full moon releases and all that, we can still use that full moon energy for days and days after. Be sure to check out that video if you wanna know how to make the most of the full moon energy. I'm starting to put them out a few days before the new moons and full moons to make the most of the releasing of the full moon and the, new moon wishes and, intentions for the new moon. And then lastly, but not leastly, we have the easier path. We actually have a new, one coming out at midnight tonight, my time, but it'll so basically tomorrow. Um, but this last one was called Easing the Pain. So if you wanna check out the playlist for the easier path, it's all down in the, description area of the video or on my main page at the very top. It has all the playlists of all this stuff too. So I think that was the skinny on all the stuff I wanted to mention here. I'd just like to let you guys know what's free and available out there, what drawings are out there, any specials that are out there too. So, there you go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. We are gonna be using, tonight, since we are in Virgo energy, I just felt kind of drawn to this Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms. Just felt very kind of earthy, and that big ol' I look through my tarot decks, and the one jumps out and goes, "Me." Just that eye and the Virgo deep thinking energy, that comes in with it, as well. So that's what we're using there, and I don't think I have any donations yet. We have the Inner Wisdom Compass is the one that we'll use for fortune cookies, um, for the donations. And I do have the Rebel deck. I think I wanna give one of these for, each of the readings, both the donations and the free readings, because 'cause they're really cool. Some of that Leo full moon energy with Aquarius energy, the sun in Aquarius, so I feel I'll give everyone one of those too. All right, so that's the skinny. We'll dive in everything here, and let's do some shout outs first. Make sure I have everyone on the list, and we'll get into it here. So let's start at the bottom here. We got CJ. Hey, CJ. Hello, hello. Good to see you. I got your free reading. We'll put that on the list here. And then we have Anshul. Good to see you. Hello, hello. All right. I got you on the list here too. And then we've got Gene XO. Hello, love. I got you on the list here. Toucho Love. Good to see you. Have you on the list here. User PC in the house. We got your general reading on the list here. We've got JoJo from across the seas. Hey, JoJo. Just a yes or no. All right. We got you on the list there. And then we have Ashish Bakaran. We've got you. You'll be up first for the free reading. So boom, boom, boom. We will get into those. And hey, Rocky's World popped in. All right. Thank you so much. You'll be up first since you're the first donation this eve. So we'll get you up there and going here. All right. So let's take a quick sip. Cheers, everybody, and we'll dive in. All right. And your question is at the bottom, Rocky. So as soon as you post your question, you'll be up. Shuffle these up. We had some nice snow overnight, just a little bit. It was melted, except in the shadows. It was funny. It's like all gone, and then you just in the shadows, just had a little, like a small layer of snow. So when I went for my walk, I was like, "Oop, careful!" It's that slippery little. I don't know. They used to call it like. It looks like the stuff that comes in bean bags. The little small pellets of snow. So it's not really heavy or anything. Alrighty. So I don't think there's anything else I wanted to mention. Hey, Deb in the house. Psh, psh, what's up? All right. Just for the sake of timing here, I'm going to jump in. We'll do Ashish. We'll do the first free reading here. Oh, never mind. Sorry, Ashish. So we will jump to Rocky. Should just put another question. All right. So Rocky, you're up first here. Here is your boom, 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 your timestamp. Thank you so much for your donation. We'll give that a love and a like there. Want to know, what does JP and Angel, etc., sunglasses talk about in regards to you and Claire? All right, let's take a look here. All right, so let's see here. So we're wondering what JP and Angel are talking about in regards to you and Claire. Let's see, what's the scoop here? What's the tea? I feel like we want that one too. Not that one though. Okay. And then these three. All right. We'll see what we got here. Oh, okay. I figured it was some sort of company or something, so you're good there. All right. So let's see what they talk about here with the two of you, you and Claire. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is an energy here, of standing out, of shining bright, boldness, standing on a hill, not feeling the need to defend ourselves. So I feel like there's a bit of being in the spotlight energy where I don't feel like they feel like, oh, you guys want to be in the spotlight. I just feel like they talk about how you guys stand out and that you are kind of bold in how you present yourselves. And not bold in a bad way, but bold in is like, wow, because it's kind of this exuding like confidence kind of energy. We'll see what else they have here. These two cards came out together. You got the Hanged Man and the Tower. Wow. Some powerful energy there with the Tower. And it is interesting because the Hanged Man is about seeing things from a different perspective, but it is a bit about transformation. I don't know here if there was any involvement between them and either you guys or whatever, but there's this notice that since things kind of, I don't know if there was some sort of like a blow up between the two of you or the four of you, two and two, the two groups. But the tower kind of feels like that way, like there was a sudden rift or a sudden change, a sudden something. There's a suddenness, and that there's been a lot of transformation. And they're like, wow. And it's a positive kind of notice of transformation, if that resonates, because it just feels like ever since there was someone or something that was suddenly removed out of someone's lives, that there's been this movement from caterpillar to butterfly in a way. So I like that energy coming in here because it's like a positive, like, wow, look at them, kind of energy. Ah, so Claire's getting weary of JP. Oh, ah, yeah. Well, there is that energy, when someone else is changing, they're like, oh wow, they're not a caterpillar anymore, they're a butterfly. And there can be a bit, um, we'll see what these other cards bring in, but there can be this insecurity that comes in when someone else feels like they're growing and the other person's not as well, right? Yeah. We'll take a look here and see what we got. So you got the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the wheels of fate are turning here. And what else do we got here? We got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, here's the nightmare and insomnia and a lot of fears popping in. And Got the Page of Swords. Yeah, a lot of clarity that's coming in here around these as well. And I mean, we can tell here when there's again, this Nine of Swords kind of refers back to what I was talking about with that the Hanged Man and the Page of Swords too. Seeing things differently, that someone is evolving, someone is changing, and that I kind of felt like that I don't think I can keep up with who they are becoming. And so then there's this kind of backing off energy that happens because when someone fears failure, um, especially if they don't feel like there's a good percentage of success, they'll back off of things as well. And I almost feel like from their perspective, there's there's like a lot of expectations, almost high maintenance kind of energy in a way. But what I love about the Seven of Wands is it says, I'm high maintenance, but I'm worth it. But there's like, there's expectations that they feel, both um was it JP and Angel both kind of feel like um there's a lot you guys expect a lot um and but that's just like a thing of I I fear not living up to expectations, and I have all these in my head that are not even mentioned that I have from growing up that I put on myself and um oh yeah. Well, gossiping about us negatively. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's of course they're not going to admit, "Oh, we think you guys are, like, too good for us," or something like that. That will more go like, "Oh, you're high maintenance. Oh, they're so high maintenance." That's a code word for, "I don't think I can live up. I don't think I can maintain you. I don't think I could keep up with you because you guys expect too much." So, that's kind of the energy there. So, let's see what this other energy is here below the surface as we got here. Yeah, we got the Fool card. I feel like it's good to, take this Wheel of Fortune ending and beginning energy. The Tower card is also a message of when someone's removed out of our life, realize it is for us to make space for something more in alignment with who we are and, that as well. And the Full card is, you know, no expectations, ending of a cycle, new beginnings, don't expect anything from them, and then you just allow people to be who they are. But there's also a world of possibilities, kind of this energy going, "You know what? Um whatever we go through is always for us." That's what the tower says too, right? Everything that happens, whoever's brought into our life is brought in for us, whoever's removed or whatever's removed from our life is removed for us too, to make space for that, but to also grow and for us to learn, as well. And I like that the learning I feel Claire is getting through all this is she tends to overgive, right? She tends to give and give and give and give and, first it starts off 50-50 ish and then it's 60-40 and then she's 7-30 and then she's giving 80-20 and she finds herself overgiving, and that's when the other person doesn't feel like they can keep up because she's a big giver. They can't keep up with her. She's like, "All right, there will be someone someday." But, I feel like this is an important area for her to learn from, that I don't have to overgive. What's my at my core beneath the surface, what is my rate of exchange? And I like that. Right? Yeah, we got the Seven of Pentacles slowing things down, trusting the process. We got the High Priestess, yeah, being stepping back. The High Priestess steps back and, you know, um, goes up into her high priestess temple, connects, dives deep into her own emotions to understand herself. So the 7 of Pentacles is kind of like this. Realize the fruit you do want and the fruit you don't want, and go, that's okay. That's not the kind of fruit that I want. I thought that was this kind of tree, but they're bringing me different fruit than I want. It's sour plums, not, you know, avocados for yummy guacamole, you know. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna let that plum tree be a plum tree. Can't expect it become an avocado tree. I'm like, oh, the energy isn't for me. I can go to something else. Yeah, and then the sun card, which kind of comes back to the 7 of Wands about being true to one's authentic self, not dimming one's light, not trying to be who the other we think the other person wants us to be, you know, just to shine bright and be oneself. So I like that. um, we'll see what the fortune cookie brings in here too, and then you get a rebel deck card as well. Let me just put these cards back in here. No, I don't think JP thinks of you. I feel like it's more they just kind of put you guys in a you guys are so much alike kind of category. The fortune cookie is yeah, the challenge. Dun, 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 dun. No kidding, right? Are you up to the challenge? Just because things look hard or impossible doesn't mean they cannot be conquered or overcome. It says you got this, but I feel like um, this is exactly what we're talking about, right? Are you up to the challenge? They don't think so. They think, oh no, I can't keep up with that, right? Let's see. And then the Rebel deck card, I love these little cards. Looks like there's one for each of you. So the one for you that's here. Yeah. Don't go wild with your money. I like that. Spend it, save it, manage it intelligently. So they're all talking about you. Watch your funds. For her, I like it. Excuse me, it says you screwed up. Own it. Learn from it. You're still lovable. Now go apologize, but to yourself. I feel like what this is talking about here is that she's repeating a cycle, and um, I like it. It says, own it, learn from it. You're still lovable, but apologize to yourself. You know, go, sorry. I know I was looking outside of me for my worth, and that's what I'm supposed to look to for you. It's self worth, right? So she's like, yeah, I get it. You're like, oops. All right. So that's what they have for you, Rocky's World. Hopefully that helps. It feels like, yeah, just realize the tree isn't what it was, what we thought it was. You know, you buy a fruit tree and you end up being like, I thought this was, like I said, avocado. And here we go. It's a plum tree. Oh, okay. Definitely different fruit. Not bad fruit, just different. Not what I was wanting, not what I was expecting. Right. All right. So that's what I got for you, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. Many blessings to you. You're welcome. All right. We got musical beer in the house. Hey, musical beer. Let's get you on the list here. And Deb, thank you for your donation. You'll be up next here. I just think I had a couple other people come in here too. Let me scroll up a little bit. All right. Yep. Fairy tell me all. Hello, hello. Get you on here. Oops. All right. And it looked like Santa was here. They made their appearance. Zoom, zoom. Um, okay, and I think I got everyone else here. Let me just scroll a little more slower here. All right. Okay, I think I'm good. All righty. So, Deb, thank you for your donation. And here is your timestamp. And I'll give that a love and a like there. Thank you so much for your donation. You'd like a spirit animal message. Ooh, I've got spirit animal cards just right here. The animal apothecary. So let's see here who wants to chat with you. Well, and we'll see how much they have here too. How much they have to say. Try that again. You are welcome. And you said you just got back. Let's see here. From a wonderful winter in Vermont, trip down memory lane. Oh, you saw a moose and a hawk on the way home. Of course, you had to see a hawk on the way home, right? Now I read it. All right, here we go. What else? What is that? Oh yeah. Anything else? Turkey. You got the turkey. I thought there was going to be two. So we got you got the turkey, but I love it. Magnetism through gratitude. So I love that. I don't know what the next one is here, but let's do this one first. I love it. The turkey. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Turkey's medicine comes to speak to us about abundance and prosperity through the virtue of gratitude. When we're thankful for what we currently have, life draws us to more things to be grateful for. You are on the verge of super magnetism. Turkey medicine says you draw in dynamic levels of abundance through gratitude. Creating and continuously deepening your practice of gratitude will act like a spark that ignites the charge of your magnetism. What accomplishments have you achieved? What desires have you worked so hard towards that have manifested? A trip to Vermont. Focus on these achievements and truly appreciate them. A wonderful daily practice is creating a gratitude journal. Take a few minutes every day to write down all the things that you're grateful for, to really connect to the feeling of gratitude. Try listening to music that moves you deeply while writing in your journal. If you want to take it a step further, try gratitude dancing. Put on the music that amps you up. Move and dance in gratitude and thank the universe for all you have received and will receive. This is a powerful technique and lots of fun to do with friends too. Dance party. Your job is to get excited about the generosity of the universe now and start saying thank you. Through this, you'll find a level of fulfillment that will bestow a joy in new ways for you. Remember to make sure to include gratitude about the unknown in your practice too. Turkey's medicine comes when something special and profound is being conjured up in the universe for you to receive. Oh, maybe that's your other trip. Discipline your gratitude practice and get ready for your magnetism to ignite. All right. I love that. Turkey gratitude energy. I like this 3 of cups too. Reminds me it's tribe, it's get together, it's joy. So I like that. Your other one, I love that you got 2 birds, not a hawk, but you also got a flamingo. You are what you think. And, oh, I mean, look at I don't think all of these. Yeah, I mean, they don't have suns on 'em. A lot of them have rainbowish stuff, but you got, like, this sun energy, maybe even sun and moon, but you got this beautiful, planetary energies that are here. This is card number 20, which is the flamingo. So flamingo is not born pink. Yeah, snowmobiling, how fun. So flamingo's not born pink. She takes on her color because of the pink krill she eats in a clear depiction of "You are what you eat." She appears in your reading now to say, "You are what you think." The medicine of this card requires a profound amount of discipline toward the way you think. The true importance of our thoughts is demonstrated. I thought it said demonstrated, but it says demonstrated by quantum physics, which reveals that what we feel and think greatly affects our reality. Our thoughts create a wave of energy that is then mirrored back to us in the material form with a delayed response. This means that you do not instantly get what you think, but if you feel and believe something for long enough, you will see that belief mirrored back to you at a future point in time. Flamingo asks, what inner narrative are you nourishing? Does the image in your mind produce an outcome of fulfillment or defeat? Flamingo's medicine suggests scripting for altering and transforming your inner beliefs. Scripting is the process of rewriting your story to program your consciousness or your subconscious with a new, more profound understanding of your existence. You will need to acquire a journal and dedicate at least 5 to 10 minutes every night to write out your new reality. Gratitude in the morning, new reality at night, right? Scripting before bed sets up your subconscious to have these ideas implanted while sleeping. Scripting is easy and fun. It's writing out the reality you intend to happen as if it already has happened. For example, one might state, I'm so excited I created my own business and it happened so easily. I'm connecting with people on such deep levels. I'm so grateful I found the person of my dreams. Scripting is intentional brainwashing. And after about a month of scripting every night, you will see your world totally shift into your new story. Yeah, both of them want you to write and journal, right? In the morning and at night. So I love that. I love that energy. I like those ideas too. I'm doing a gratitude journal again just because of wanting to amplify the focus on gratitude with all the energies that are going on. I like that scripting idea too. I'm gonna have to add that into my repertoire. Oh, and during the full moon, it was so gorgeous. Oh wow, I can imagine on the snow. Let's see what your fortune cookie is here with the inner wisdom compass. Yeah, and look it. It's all about perspective. And look, it is a what is that up there? It is a flying is that a phoenix? Could be. Could be a hawk, you never know. Another bird, of course. Says sometimes in life things become outdated or out of focus. This is a prime time to look at your life from a whole new perspective. So I love that. The emphasis of gratitude, creating a new reality, looking at a different perspective. And then your rebel card. Let's see what that one shows here. Yep, winged creatures. Yeah, I like it. Be okay not being perfect at something. Tell your ego to chill out and just have fun. Little party hat. Woo-hoo. I like it. I like it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I like that all those wonderful messages. So that's what they got for you, Deb. I love it. Cheers to you. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Welcome home. Welcome back to warmth. All righty. Let me just make sure here. Oops. Yeah, that's the telling me I was going live there. Let me just refresh the inbox here. All right. Like bumper cars. Oops. You're like, come on, get out of the way. How fun. How fun. Yeah, not perfect, but fun, right? You're living the dreams. I love that for you. All right, my dear. Thank you so much again, and I'm glad you had a blast for your birthday, post-birthday celebration, right? All right, everybody. Well, I don't have any other donations, I do believe, so we will jump into the free readings. So first, we got Ashish. You are up. So here is your timestamp. Boom, boom. And you want to know, will you have a breakthrough in your IT career because you applied for different software jobs? Will you be successful in getting one of them? All right, we'll take a look here. So, based on your current energies, let's see, will you have a breakthrough in your IT career? And then, as far as the software jobs, will you get be successful in getting one of them? All right, I feel like that is the one there. All right. So, IT, you got the Knight of Wands. It does show a lot of possibilities. The Wands energy, I like look how beautiful these cards are. I'm so glad I have this camera that autofocuses now so you guys can see it. Beautiful. But the Knight of Wands is about the quest of stepping into your power, and you definitely have the possibilities of breaking through in your IT career. The Wands energy is whatever you focus on is what expands, right? So if you step into gratitude for where you're at, what you have achieved, look at your achievements and just be grateful, with what you have and have had, it opens up the conduit and that's what draws in more movement, right? And Knight of Wands is movement energy. Um but if we focus in on lower vibration, which is, I need that, I want that, what if I don't get it? The lower vibration makes it harder. It pushes against the stuff coming toward us. So this is basically saying you have the ability, just be aware where you're investing your energy. Also, the Knight of Wands, the horse on fire, reminds me of the fire horse, which we start on February 17th. We move into the year of the fire horse for a year. We're just coming out of the year of the snake, right? And so there is a great amount of movement and fire behind your energy. And I feel like they're telling us over this next year that to be really aware of our energy, because whatever we're focusing on is not just expanding like normal and coming in quickly. It's big and fast that's coming in. So be all of us be aware of our energy. But this is telling you that. So hopefully that resonates. And then your software jobs, how will you do on that? Yeah, the Six of Swords, movement of thought and mind here. It's a positive card, leaving behind some old ways of thinking, moving to new ways of thinking, leaves behind the old and allows you to bring in the new too. So that feels like that will be it's a journey, I feel like with this boat, but it changes with a mindset change that brings the movement in the outside world. So both of these cards together kind of tell us it's energetic, where am I focusing my energy, and then also my belief about supposed to be and should be and need to be. Because when we start focusing in on, all that stuff, that's what we fear something's not going to happen. When we have a lot of expectations, we start focusing on what's not happening. And when we focus in on what's not happening, we get more of not happening. So, some change of energy in mind. And I feel like there will be some good changes that come in here, a lot of possibilities. Let's see what your rebel card says. Oh, yeah. So they broke your heart. It hurts. It's awful. You will get through it. I feel like this is not so much heartbreak as it is disappointment in jobs and other opportunities that you might have gone for before that has this kind of focus on the job and that I want to get this. I feel like maybe you've been looked over, and that's where that heartbreak feels like. It just feels like I'm disappointed in that people don't recognize my talents and my abilities. But it's a great opportunity when that happens to go, how am I not looking accurately at and appreciating my abilities and my power? That's the Knight of Wands to your quest of stepping into your power. So I like that for you, Ashish. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Right, looks like we had some more of our Zen friends pop in. Let me make some space here. So let's see here. We got Ateshi Singh. Hey, Ateshi, good to see you. Get you on the list here. We also have Melissa Hudzik. Hey, Melissa. Good to see you. Get you on the list here too. Livieva Garra. Hey, hey. I'm doing good today. How are you? So good to see you. We'll get you. Whoops. We'll try that again. We'll get you on the list here. And we've got Tahitian Treat. Hello. Welcome, Tahitian. Good to see you. Welcome, everybody. So good to have everyone here. And Ellen, thank you so much already for all the thumbs up, too. That just remind me of that when Olivier, when he said, good, 100. It's a way to show the channel or me some love, and I greatly appreciate that. You're part of the love tsunami, helping spread the Zen love. So I'm very grateful for that. So thank you guys so much. All righty. So I think I got everyone. We'll continue on down the list here. Up next, we got JoJo. So JoJo, we're at 4646. Look at those repeating numbers. You miss your old school TV, Deb. Yeah. Night, night. Rest well. Catch up on your trash TV. Maybe it's not trash TV, but I know what you mean. All right. So, JoJo, you said yes or no. Let's take a look here and see what they have here. So, a yes or no. You got the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. You know, with all this Wands energy, I know it's a card of possibilities, but the energy I immediately got when I saw the 7 of Wands is stand tall, stand bright, um, don't dim your light, be who you are, trust what you're thinking, trust it. And that feels like a yes kind of energy because I either feel like it's, should I do this? And you're like, yeah, you have the power to do it. But I also feel like if it's am I thinking this right? Is this what's going on? It's about trusting your instincts, trusting your, um, energy that's coming in there. So I like that, that's there, uh, as like a yes. The 9 of Wands, I just feel like there's this with both the 7 and the 9 of Wands, it just feels like there's this protection energy for yourself. Um, like a forest field, be yourself, stand tall, stand bright, be up on the hill. It's the best place to be in an attack. And the 9 of Wands, I just feel like is a hedge around yourself, kind of energy coming in there too. Just um, trust the blocks, trust your instincts, shine bright, is the kind of energy I'm coming in. So hopefully that brings you what you were looking for there. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here too. Your little rebel card that I'm giving everyone. Yeah, just listen. Shut your mouth. You can hear a lot better when you're not so busy talking. I love that because that is that kind of energy of, trust what you're picking up, what you're hearing here. So I love that. All right. So that's what they got there for you. All right. Let me just change that up here. I think we had here. Yeah, we got Ken. Hey, Ken. I know that's not your regular name, but that's what I'm showing on the screen here. So I got you on the list here. Hello, hello. All right. So we'll continue going. I got user PC up next. So user PC, here is your timestamp. Boom, boom. And you wanted a general reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you this evening. Okay, got this and we've got this. So you got the Three of Swords and the Hierophant. Yeah, Three of Swords, of course, expectations, disappointment, those feelings of heartbreak. It's interesting, though, this combination of the Three of Swords and the Hierophant. Hierophant is about learning, seeing things from this higher perspective. And I feel like what you're learning about is through this disappointment with the Three of Swords. One of the things that I feel is coming through here is as a human, we experience what it might feel like to have our heart broken. Our heart can never be broken. It's too powerful. But the awareness that comes through with heartbreak, one is that the expectations we put on the outside world is disappointment is what we get in return, but it also points us back inward and upward to the powerfulness that we are. It also teaches us that what we feel is a heartbreak. Because I know when I felt it the first time, I was like and Spirit was telling me, "Heartbreak is an illusion." I'm like, "Well, then explain what that was all those times." And they were like, "It was fear. It was fear pricking your heart. It's when your body and your being goes into fight or flight mode. It's that like when, my brother and I used to scare each other, take turns, and so, when suddenly someone startles you, you're like, that panic feeling is what heartbreak feels like, but it's an emotional monster scaring us and it loops because right away when I'm like, "Oh, it's you, you jerk," then the panic goes away. But heart, when it's an emotional monster, the emotional monster just doesn't go away without us taking time to look at it and transform it. But when we realize, oh, that's what all that was fear. And then I looked back at when all those things happened, what was the fear that I was feeling? And it was fear of not being good enough, the fear what people would think. A lot of it was being cheated on or whatever. When you first find out, you're like, and that's like, but we get to the root of the fear and then we can transform it, which here fun card number 5, transformation. So I feel like they're talking about the power you have to transform what fears before felt like heartbreak. We transform it into higher knowledge, and then we don't look at it and they're not charged emotions anymore. I actually ended up looking at all my exes as my teachers who showed me such amazing, beautiful lessons that I wanted to see so that I was set free. And so now I can look at that on this side of it. On the other side, I was like planning on how many ponds would I have to make to bury them underneath them. That was mainly a joke. Mostly. Right. Your fortune cookie is you have a lot to learn. Get back to studying. Yeah. So there is more that's there below the surface. I feel like you um, have been studying, you have been transforming, but they're saying there's some more to look at there that can help. So I like it. So that's what they got for you, user PC. Many blessings to you. Take a quick sip here. Cheers, everybody. All right. Then we got Touch of Love. Whoops. Put it in the wrong place. Uno momento. Let's get it corrected here. Goodness gracious. All right. There we go. Touch of Love. Here's your timestamp. And you want to know what is it you should know for your higher good? All right. Let's take a look here. So what is something that can help you with your see things from the highest perspective? You got the 3 of Wands and the Moon card. Yep, the 3 of Wands is allowing yourself to change direction if you want to. And the Moon card is, there's a lot to be revealed here. Let me see if I can get it to focus in. Yeah, look at that. Way far away, there's a pathway to step through here. But I like this energy because it does feel that the moon does reveal some new paths for you. The full moons, the new moons, it just feels like there's this the full moon cycles and that the full moon of Leo just ended and you're going to have this new birth coming up on this fire horse solar eclipse new moon in Aquarius coming up where it's about a change of direction and it's a unique change of direction doing something heading doing in a direction you never have done before and I like this I don't know, this boldness of I what is this? Like, I just can't keep doing things I've always done it. I'm ready for change. And that's when change happens, right? When we feel like I just am sick and tired of trying to achieve this stuff when it's not what I want. It's what I think everyone else wanted. And we reach this point of the old ways don't work for me anymore. It's what I thought I wanted, and I've done all this, but now I'm ready for a new path. And I feel like that's a big piece of this is don't be afraid to change paths. Um, because it's your life to live. It's your journey. It's your adventure. Don't let anyone try to confine you to an old map for a new adventure. Ooh, I like that. Yep, I like this. Self-compassion spits in shame's face. Being hard on yourself makes everything worse. Talk to yourself like you would your bestie. I like it. Yeah, what would you tell a bestie? You go for it. Let's go, right? So I love that for you, Touch of Love. Hopefully it resonates. That's what they got. Many blessings to you. All right. We got Gene XO. So, Gene, you are up. Here is your timestamp. So, hello, love. You want to ask, what are eyes, feelings, and intentions towards you? May you also see the underlying energy, of course. Let's take a look here. So, based on current energies, what are eyes, feelings? All right. I feel like this is that one. And then, intentions is that one. All right. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Swords coming in. So you can take a look here. Look at that. Love that. Wolf. Is that a wolf or a doggy? Can't tell. All right. So what are eyes feelings? We got the Ace of Swords. So some new thinking, seeking some new clarity within their own mind, trying to understand things. I don't know, whenever we look at their feelings, do we get swords, like, all the time? I just for some reason, maybe it's not your readings, but I get this impression, like, that they're in their head a lot, not in their heart a lot. They tend to and that Queen of Swords on the bottom too. Yeah, sounds like good newish. Yeah, yeah, the aces are generally good clarity around things, and that means they're getting out of their fears, and they're seeing things from a higher perspective. So we like that. It isn't is that too much? What are his intentions towards you? Yeah, imagine that. 7 of Swords, Ace of Swords, 7 of Swords, Queen of Swords. A lot of mental energy, right? 7 of Swords, I don't feel because I mean, the 7 of Swords can be thievery, it can be deception, it could be betrayal. I don't feel that kind of energy in here with the Queen of Swords. She's the balancer between the head and the heart as the underlying energy. But I feel this is more their intentions are they're becoming more clear because they're getting out of their head and they're realizing their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have stolen from them that, um, have cheated them out of opportunities. Because and this makes sense with them, if they're in their heads too much, overthinking is what sucks the life out of things sometimes, right? It's like trying to go on a fun vacation and you overplan it, make it so, you know, For 15 minutes, we will have the break, and after the break I just go into a that's my German accent. I'm, my heritage one of my big heritages is German, so they always talk about, "We have to have things a very certain way. We will make you talk." Um, but I feel like this is good, a good 7 of swords, because they are they're realizing, "My intention is to get out of my head, do things differently. Let me try to, balance my head with my heart." That's what the Queen of Swords does, because she, of course, helps rule over the sword suit. But behind the scenes, she does have emotional cups energy that helps balance and get us out of the head. So I feel like that's the intention right now. I feel like they're trying to not let their mind ruin it for their heart. Again, because I feel like it happens all the time in work and family and friends and lovers, um, because they let their mind get the best of it. So I feel like that's kind of where we're at in the energy right now. I don't feel like I don't feel like it's in the planning stages. I don't feel like anything's making its way into the fire and action stage yet, but let's see what your fortune cookie comes in here from the Rebel deck. See what we got going on here. Yeah, I like it. Get support. You can't do it all yourself, and you are still brave and tough. A little clearer there. I like it. Get support. Get others to have an intervention with him to get him out of his mind. No, I don't think so. We can't change people, right? We can only love people and love them into uh, remembering their own love, right? Yeah, yeah, that's his mind. That definitely makes sense here. That he's realizing more and more how his mindset is what takes things away. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because it's good, when a monkey's throwing poo, it's just good just to step away and give them the space. Go, "You go over there. I'm gonna go over I'll be over here watching behind the plate glass windows." Alright, so hopefully that helps, Jane. That's what I got for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. Alright, we've got, Anshul AG. Hello, hello. Here's your timestamp. You're very welcome, my dear. There is your timestamp. So how I am doing well, Anshul. Hope you're doing well. What you need to know right now, spirit guidance. All right, let's take a look here. All right. Yep, they did want that top one too. All right. What do you need to know right now? Got the 5 of swords and the 7 of pentacles. Yep. So the 7 of pentacles is an energy of like slowness and giving you time on purpose to look at this 5 of swords, which is an energy of the conflict, especially, and I feel like it's kind of twofold. This is giving you an opportunity to look at conflicts that you've been through, but also the conflict between your head and your heart, and to look at them independently and then reflections of each other. Because I feel like, the 7 of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. It gives you that opportunity to analyze the fruit to see, okay, what's been going on? How have things changed? But how has the conflict also been the same inward and outward? Because I feel like it gives you some clarity that sets you free. It allows you to see how your heart wants something in your mind with expectations and fears that it was taught has suppressed it and tried to keep it down, kind of bullied your heart in a way. and how if you separate those out, send the mind into their corner, the heart into their corner, look at the conflict, you can kind of have a discussion and go, let's not fight head and heart anymore. Head, instead of fighting against the heart, why don't you support the heart? And heart, instead of just wanting to run into things, you know, like fools rush in, listen to the mind. Don't be bullied by them or restricted, but listen, and the together can make these beautiful decisions. So I like that energy, especially just understand that the slow timing of things in life is happening for you. I feel like that's a big piece of it. Right, let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here. You got ask an expert. Yeah. I like this. It says, "Get insights, feedback, and instruction from a professional. You don't have all the answers, and that's okay." But I feel like this is the balance between the head and the heart too. It's the heart thinks it knows everything, 'cause it's the expert on emotion, and the mind thinks it knows everything, 'cause it's the expert on the mind, but you're like, "But you guys aren't the experts in each other's, so it's important for you to join together." So I like that. However that resonates. That's what they have for you, Asha. So many blessings to you. Hey, Brenda, good to see you. Hello, let's get you on the list here. Boom, boom. All right. Let me just get these other ones set up here real quick. Whoops. There we go. All right. So we are on CJ. You are up at 10707. Cool. I love that. Repeating numbers there for you. And you have a general reading. All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Oh, wow. That went totally. Come on. Well, whoa, it's a little blurry there. Okay, it's working itself out now a little bit more. Sorry, it'll work out when I put cards up there. It got totally transfixed on being close. I'm right here, camera. Sorry, I'm close to the microphone. There I am. Now it's clarifying in here. All right, so CJ, it's all about focus. Things coming into focus for you, right? You got the King of Swords. That makes total sense. Clarity of mind, especially. King of Swords rules over the mind, rules over communication too. Clear communication with others, but it definitely they're the kind of the master of the story. And I like this. Let's see, you got two more cards. Let's see what this is about. What are you changing a story around? The Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Yeah, there is this clarity of what success means. It's seeing things from this higher perspective. I mean, you got the Page and the King of Swords, who both offer you that Ace of Swords to see things from this higher perspective. But when we're looking at the Ten of Pentacles, it is about the abundance of life. It is about relationships, fullness, even a bit of legacy energy of the physical world. And so there is like this, well, it's a message that a lot of what's happening and the shifting that's going on in your life is to give you a clearer perspective on what is truly important to you. Not the mind of the mindset of a lot of what we were given growing up with the supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be, that we try so hard. I gotta live up to all that. And we're like, that's not what I want. It's what I've been told I'm supposed to want. So there's a lot of clarity I feel that's coming in for you right now. A lot I feel through conflicts, expectations not being fulfilled both by you and um I say for you, where you have an expectation other people are disappointing you. But I feel like people or businesses or whatever, it feels like I'm not living up to what they're wanting, but they're also not living up to mine. But it's all the shaking that's happening for you. So hopefully that makes sense there. So that's what they got there for you. Let's see, you got your fortune cookie too. Yeah, you need a love bomb. Let's see what this says. You are the best. But it says here, don't let stupid heads get you down. They don't deserve you and your precious heart. You are courageous, smart, and kind. You are worthy, ingenious, and capable. You are the best. I like that. So during these conflicts and all these disappointing things, they're coming to tell you, don't let it get you down. It's just information to help you grow. It's not personal. It doesn't change your worth. You are priceless already. Nothing in the outside world can change that for you. Right? So that's what they got for you, CJ. Many blessings to you. Right. Then we have Fairy Tale Niha. Hello, hello at 11101. Look at all those ones. And apologies if I didn't say that correctly. So your thoughts of Amir about you after your yesterday's chat. Is that broke up? Uh-oh. Right. Let's take a sip here before we dive into this. Cheers. So the thoughts of Amir after your chat yesterday. And then let's pull a card for their feelings too, because the brain has one belief and the heart works independently from the brain, right? So we'll see what comes in on both ends. So what's going on in their brain here? Yeah, we got the 8 of cups, which this is about walking away from emotions or relationships that don't serve anymore. So their thoughts really are, at least after the break, after the conversation, have based on their current energies, right? They're really seeing that that's the best thing. Their mind is working it out and thinking, along those lines. So it's very much supports walking away, leaving the relationship and um, going off into the unknown. Their heart, 7 of cups. Yeah. Emotionally confused. Their heart is like, "Wait a minute, but, well, I don't think I wanna go." Well, I understand that we wanna go, but I also don't wanna go. So their heart is, struggling in the heart of doing it, but the mind feels like they've taken over and forced. I almost feel like this is like Sleeping Beauty up in the tower. No, Rapunzel's in the tower. Well, there's a lot of princesses in the tower, but Rapunzel, right, who was trapped in a tower, can't get out. It's their mind has put the heart up in a tower going, "Nope, nope. I know you're confused, you want, but it's best for us to go." And I feel like that's where they're at right now, at least in this moment's energy, where their kind of focused is on their mind is focused on endings, but their heart is kind of torn in between. So hopefully that makes sense there. Fairy tale, that's what they have for you, my dear. Many oops, nope, nope, nope. Almost forgot. Let me put these over here. I'm starting to forget the fortune cookies. Let's see what else they have here for you. I feel like this one is here. Yeah. It's interesting. And I don't feel like this is literal because it says politics are important. Be aware of how government and laws affect your life. I don't feel like you guys have any legal ties to one another. Investigate all sides. But I feel like this is talking about how there's a lot of different sides to every situation. And to investigate it, try to see the situation from all sides. Because, of course, in the beginning, we look at it from our side of what we're going through. And that's human, that's what we do. But once we calm down and once we are able to sit in uh, a safe, quiet place, we can go, I wonder what's going on inside their head, was what you were asking, right? I wonder what what they're going through that's causing them to act this way or choose this way or not do this or do this, understanding and trying to see things from different perspectives allows us to go, "Oh, okay." Um, and even the perspective of what did I want to learn through this? There's a gift in it for me. Where is it? Let me find it. Where's the gift in the situation for me? Let me see it from all sides. So I feel like that's what's coming in there. Right. So that's what they got for you, my dear. Many blessings. Right. Musical beer, you are up. And your timestamp is here. So a general for the next 24 hours. All right. Let's take a look here. Got this and then that underneath it. All right. So first you have the 8 of cups, which is this taking in an emotional inventory. Let's see what comes after that. And the 7 of swords. Yeah, there is this kind of betrayal energy, mindset energy that sets us up for a lot of loss and thievery in a way. And I feel like the combination of this right now is be aware of what emotions or relationships are like you're investing a lot of energy into something and you're not getting a whole lot back. And I feel like over the next 24 hours, just be aware of where you're investing, especially emotional energy, where you're investing it and where you have been giving, giving, giving and getting very little in return. And it's like, do you want to continue to give and give and give into that or reroute it back to yourself first so that you have it to invest in a different type of relationship, either if it's work to a different project, a different company, if it's a person, direct it into a different place, or even just store it and save it up for when you're ready for something new as well. But I feel like a big energy around this is to be aware of where you're investing your emotional energy right now, because there's something that's just kind of been an emotional investment that's not paying well back. It's consistently sucking emotional energy out of you, and it's not giving you anything of a return back to the extent of where you're breaking even. And so it's like it's might be time to, you know, cut some ties in some ways here. Your fortune cookie is leave your face alone. Interesting. It says breakouts happen, your face will recover, resist the pick. So it's funny, it's leave your the way that you're presenting yourself alone. Um everything will take care of itself. Don't try to change to be what other people you feel someone else wants you to be. Stay yourself and cut ties is kind of that energy that comes in with that. Unless you're really picking your face, but I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like this is more not literal, I feel like it's symbolic. So, that's what they have for you, musical beer. So that's what they got. Many blessings to you. All right, we got a Teshi sing. A Teshi. Here is your timestamp. So Teshi, you want to know Hugh's energy towards Sarah versus you. All right, let's take a look here. So Hugh's energy towards Sarah and you. All right. So for Sarah, we've got the 6 of wands. There's a bit of mutual um attraction here with the wands energy. It's more physical and energetic attraction than it is emotional attraction, but there is this kind of chemistry between the two of them there. Versus you, and we got the 5 of cups here. It is emotional, granted, not just this physical, energetic thing that's happening. Um, but it is an emotional energy. And it feels like Hugh's energy towards you. It starts off with the 5 of Cups, which is kind of this feeling down towards, like, not towards you, but feeling down with what's unfolding between the 2 of you, because it feels like it's a sorrow card, it's not disappointment that I feel like they're feeling, but I feel like they're being a disappointment, and that's where this down feeling is. It's like, I'm not living up to being who you want me to be, and so it's kinda like this failure energy in a way. Whereas with I feel, Sarah? I'm gonna call her, I know I'm probably mispronounced it, but Sarah, um, where they don't have any expectations on them yet, and so it just feels like, "Oh, there's this mutual attraction." It's like, for now, but the moment that she would expect something, then there you ruined it. You ruined it. You should have just, like, had no expectations and just let me be, because I feel like, um, I'm I'm, uh, have, like, someone who's grateful for who I am, where I feel like they feel like a disappointment to you, um, which, just because one person has a low bar or hasn't shared their bar yet with someone, because in the beginning when we meet someone, it's all wonderful, right? We're like, we have no expectations, everything is about, so I'm like, wow, right? But then as we spend together, our human naturally starts putting expectations, and that's when we start feeling like, oh, I feel low. So it's just a matter of time that the same thing would happen with Sarah. So it's just, that's how it is when it comes to that. But I feel like that's where the energies, what spirit wants you to know right now. Let's see what your fortune cookie says too. Yeah, I like this. It says you're blocking yourself. Don't be your own worst enemy. Get out of your way. And that can be, if we are having expectations, it's normal for us to have those in the beginning, especially of life, because we are given all these expectations growing up on supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's around relationships and jobs and our bodies and money and abundance and blah blah blah, all this stuff. We get all these rules. Eventually we realize all that stuff's holding us back from living, because we're just trying to exist and check off all these expectations, and that's just opinion. We don't have to live up to that, but those are what block us. And so this is like, we become our own worst enemy, because we're the one judging ourselves very harshly. Thus we also judge everyone else harshly, till we start freeing ourselves from all these expectations and rules, and then we also free everyone else from it as well. So hopefully that resonates, Ateshi. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Hey, Tim De La Gem, good to see you. Hello, hello, distinctive roomies. I love it. All right, so we'll continue down here. Absolutely, I love that for you, touch of love. Many blessings to you. All right, to Melissa Hodzik, you are up 123.50. Boom, boom. So happy Thursday to you too. Just a short yes, no. Was it him that day or not? And if yes, did he like what he saw? All right. So yes or no. Okay. Knight of Swords would be a yes energy. And then did he like what he saw? Three of Wands. Feel like with this Three of Wands, more than they had thought they would. Not that they didn't think they would. Um, but it's like an unexpected, like, more than they realized that they would. So it's a shockingly surprised, um, like, it's kinda like that, like, "Well, yeah, I thought I would." they're so I'm gonna say, um, they're reminding me of, this tiramisu that it was in this, when I lived in Des Moines, Iowa for 6 months, and, I went to this we went to this restaurant, um and I've had tiramisu before, and it's good, but they were like, "We've got, like, the nation's best tiramisu." I'm like, "Alright, alright, yeah, I'll sure, I'll try a piece." And I'm like, "I'm gonna like it," but oh my god, it was the nation's best tiramisu I've ever had in my life, and that's the kind of energy that I feel is coming in here is like, um, yeah, it is, unexpected, like, "Alright, wow." So, hopefully that resonates. Alright, let's see here. What was your fortune cookie? Whoa, say here too. Yeah, I like it. However, watch your temper, watch your fire. I like this. It says I don't know if you can see it. It's not focusing. It says, "Don't cause damage to yourself or others because of tough feelings. Take a deep breath before acting." I just feel like this is energy of watch your fire. Maybe not so much in a temper, but watch the temperature of your fire. Uh, I think I'll leave it at that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Melissa. Many blessings to you. All right, and then Olivier Vergara, you are up. There is your a timestamp there, and you want to ask a message from your spirit guides? Absolutely. Take a quick sip here. Cheers, my friend. All right. So, what do your spirit guides want you to know? All right, this one and this one. You do have the Emperor. I think we get this for you like a bunch, and the Lovers too. Yeah, so clear message, 2 major arcana, and I do feel like this does have to do with romance and seeking partnership. The Emperor is, and I like this mirror, the IV and the VI, the 4 and the 6, but it's the mirroring of the letters there of the Roman numerals because the Emperor is about clearing the throne room. It's almost like people are trying to marry off the emperor so that they're with someone, right? The emperor's like, "Thank you. I appreciate all of your advice and all your opinions, your suggestions. Thank you. Please leave them in the box on the way out the door. I'm going to find out what I want, not what I think I'm supposed to want, not what my expectations, all that blah blah blah. But what does my heart really want? What does my heart deserve?" And then I'm putting the plan together being, what am I wanting from someone? And we do that, of course, by focusing on all the things that I've been grateful for of individuals in the past romantically, right? Um, and if there's any romantic interests in the present, what do I love about all of them or them, if there's just one? And then that's like we're giving that list to the creator, right? And then also, giving it over to the creator, going, "I know, I would like a relationship, creator. I'm giving it to you, and you're gonna bring me the perfect person in the perfect timing in the perfect way, and the rest of the time, I'm just gonna have gratitude. Now that I've asked you, gratitude the rest of the time, focusing on what I've loved and what I do love and all of that." And that this is that kind of energy that comes in here. It's a lot of clarity of the heart. There's a difference between choosing from our high heart, which is rooted in our self love, and the human heart, which is rooted in the fears of our human side. And we'll, you know, draw in and pick people that are unhealthy for us. I know. But they're stepping stones. They're the ones that reveal the things to us that we wanna see. We're like, "Oh, thank you for that," right? But I feel like this is the energy right now, is the focus in on relationship, and that you're not at the whim of the world. You get to choose, um, and you get to choose wisely for your heart, for what you deserve. You did have 2 cards fly out from the Rebel deck. The first one is stay out of it. You know what it is. So maybe is that a relationship or something? Yeah, I like it. Family life can be cool one minute, then crazy the next. People are flawed, it says. They love you the best way they know how. That is another great energy, because this the lover's card can be, in addition to romantic, it can be any of our other relationships as well. I feel like that one was focusing on love, romantic relationships, but it can also be that you're determining what you will and won't accept from family as well. So, good energies. I love that for you, Olivier. So many blessings to you. You loved the buffet on and we never went on the river boat. I never got to see that. Yeah, I hadn't either. It was 2001? It's whenever 9/11 happened in the United States. That was 2001, right? Oh my gosh. 25 years ago? That can't be right. I bet it is. Oh my gosh, I'm so old. Okay. 1997? Was it 19 Oh, you were in 1997 is when you were there? Okay. 'Cause I think 2001 was 9/11, right? Yeah, yeah, okay. Casino Riverboat. Oh, how fun. Alright, so up next, we've got Ken. You are up 132.24 is yours here. Maybe, there we go. And will you get the job at novelty staff and like it? All right, based on current energies, let's take a look. Will you get it? Will you like it? So, will you get it? You've got the 6 of swords. There is movement here with the 6 of swords. That would be a positive energy, but it does have to do a little bit with a change of mindset, because the 6 of swords is letting old ways of thinking drop away, um, and seeing things from a higher perspective allows things to move forward, go from choppy waters to calmer waters. So it would be like, the change of mindset around achieving things is always around the energy of letting our intentions and our thoughts and our emotions focus on gratitude for what we have and have had. If we really want this job at novelty staff, we can go, creator, I would really love a job there. So there you go. I'm handing it to you, and I'm just going to focus on gratitude for the jobs that I have and I have had. What have I loved about them? Because that energy just is what attracts stuff to us. If I focus on I really want that, I really need that, that actually the need and want energy is a resistance. It's a lack energy that pushes it away, or a fear I won't get it. All that energy makes it harder for it to come to us instead of easier. That's why from a harder path to an easier path is that change of mindset from fear and lack and that. So I feel like you're on the right path for this, just a little bit of tweaking of the mind. I feel like you could get the job there. And then would you like it? You have the Queen of Swords. It's a good balance between head and heart. It's a very compatible, fitting job for you here with the Queen of Swords, because it's a great balance of both. Uh, Brings joy to your heart and expands your heart, and then also it meets up to your mind's expectations too. So it's something that both your mind and your heart are happy with. So I feel like it's a good option there for you. So just a little bit of tweaking of the mind, and I feel like you'll do well there. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here too. Yep, you got be sensitive. See, I don't think it's going to focus. It says have more empathy and kindness. Compassion always wins. So I feel like sharing your heart um, during the process of the interviewing or whatever is important to show the sensitive side and the compassionate side, not the "Rah, rah, look at how powerful I am" kind of energy. It's more the other that feels like it would help. Right. So that's what they have for you, Ken. Many blessings to you. Right. And then we got Brenda Globy at 136 even. Right. Brenda. So you want to know what is happening in AS's life on February 14th, Valentine's Day, which also happens to be HL's birthday. Mine is 2 days before. Happy birthday. An Aquarius. Oh my goodness. Let's shuffle up, see what we got here. So, based on current energies, what is happening in AS's life on February 14th? So, we got the Six of Pentacles. There's a little bit of abundance energy, a little bit of giving and receiving energy there, along with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands energy, it's all about possibilities, and whatever she puts her energy towards is what can unfold here. And I feel like whatever a um AS, right? AS, whatever they put forward is what they get back in that. So if they but I feel like they have to initiate anything to happen on that day. And but it just feels like it's equal. Like if I'm like, "Hey, it's your birthday. Let's go out or something." Then they'll like, "Okay," and it'll be just equal. It's not like I give and then this big. It's just like it almost feels like I want to say empty, but it just feels like there's expectations. The expectations are just met. Doesn't go above and beyond. It's just met, and it's like, all right. So that was that. It just doesn't feel like anything. Woohoo! It just feels like, all right, check. We did it. We went out to dinner. Or we did that, and it doesn't feel like it was more, if that makes sense. So hopefully that that resonates with that's what I feel's coming in there. It's a bit of yeah, and that is, whenever there's celebrations and stuff, expectations just suck the life out of things, and then we just do so much just to get up to zero. That's the kind of energy that I feel comes in there. Let's see what else we have. Yeah. Don't drive others crazy. It says only use one cup. Throw away empty containers. Pick up wet towels. Empty. Wow. The message empty the trash. That's the one in red. Empty the trash. I just feel like it's time to move past it kind of energy, right? Right. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. Thank you again. All right. Hey, you guys squeaked in. I didn't think I was going to have any more. That was my last reading, but we do have a couple more free and a donation. So, Marissa, hello, hello. We got you on the free list here. And we got Alexis, got you on the free list here as well. And then Simran, thank you for your donation. You'll be up next. Let me put you on the donation list here. All right. So 139.54. It's for yours, Simran. Here you go. And we'll give that a love and a like. Thank you so much for the donation. And what's coming for your career? Looking for a job. All right, let's see what Spirit has for you. So, based on your current energies, what is coming up here? Right, we do want that one. Do want this and this. Do want that one too. Okay, what else? Anything else? Yep. Right. I do like the energy of these and these two with that one there. Okay, and one more. All right, three more. These are over here. All right. All right. They want to talk to you. Boom, boom, boom. So, bottom of the deck, I like it. You got a victory card of the Six of Wands, which is a movement and a flow of energy. Energy. So I like that. It is um, this feeling of something you're being drawn to. It just like feels like something maybe has been taking a while, but it's like the time of flow is coming here for you. Let's see what that's the bottom of the deck. Let's see what specifically they tell you here. So you have the Nine of Pentacles. There's this independent energy that comes in with all this too, which can be whenever I get the Nine of Pentacles and to do with a job, it's either entrepreneur type of energy, like I'm going to run my own business, or I get to work from home or independently or remotely kind of energy. Let's see what's underneath that here. We have the Queen of Wands, a lot of possibilities that are coming in here with the Queen of Wands. That just tells you, again, with that Six of Wands, whatever you put your focus on is what you make happen and draw towards you. And what do we mean by that is when you're focusing in on what you're grateful for and what you're excited about, higher vibrational energies, it just draws it to you. If we fall into fear or lack energy or need and want, like, I need that, I want that, I have to have that, or else if there's any of that kind of energy, that actually makes it harder. So it's being aware of where your energy is being invested is how big and fast it comes towards you. You have the Celestial Weaver. I love this. This is a card specific to this deck. There's two of them. And I like to read this one because this is so perfect for what we were just saying. So it's not very, very long, but it is about power, manifestation, and interconnectedness. Says here is a power card for you today. This is a message for you to fully allow to sink in. Weave the fabric of your reality through your thoughts, your intentions, and your actions. Every thread you weave has a ripple effect in the universe. So be mindful of your thoughts and intentions. They are what shall create a beautiful tapestry of life. You are part of a greater cosmic dance. Your existence is meaningful and interconnected with all that is, all part of the unifying field of consciousness. You are the weaver of your destiny. And with each movement you make, weave love, kindness, and harmony into the world around you. Remember, it's natural for you. So I love that. You are the weaver and that Queen of Wands. That's just confirming that for us, that you are the one that's opening up your life by your actions, by your choice of thoughts, your choice of emotions, your choice of intention and energy, and your choice of physical action too. That's kicking in. You also have the Two of Cups. Yeah, here's the emotional choice energy that I was just saying, and the Nine of Swords underneath, which is the kind of the you're almost on the verge of letting go of expectations. The Nine of Swords would represent nightmare and insomnia. It's the mind thinking that it has to be something, it should be, it's that fear energy because it's rooted in expectations, and instead of an expression of the heart, it's a rule of the mind, and we have to do this or else. It's a threat instead of a joy. So I never heard of that put that way before from spirit. A threat versus a joy kind of energy. And so I do feel like with your career, you're when you're doing something with joy and love and what you're excited about, wow, it just opens up and it blows open your life. When you're doing something that I have to or else, it's restrictive. It feels like you're in prison instead of like you're living, existing versus living kind of energy. Let's see what else we've got here. These two cards come out. Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Even if you went to school for something, the Eight of Pentacles is like a studying energy. The Seven of Swords is a mindset that I must continue to do what I went to school for or what I have training or what I have knowledge in. Because this is an energy of if there's something else that you've always wanted to do, it's never too late to change, to pursue something that is in alignment with feeling like you're living your purpose instead of living someone else's dream, living someone else's purpose. And I like this energy of don't be afraid to pursue something new. um, I mean, if you ever heard, like, they're bringing Louise Hay, she thinks she was, like, in her 50s or early 60s when she, founded she did the book To Heal Your Life, um, Heal Your Body, Heal Your Life, I think is the name of her book, and she started Hay House Publishing, and she's changed the world because she chose to go, "It's not too late for me to do something new," and it and I feel like that's the kind of energy that's here is you don't have to keep doing what you've always did it, you can change. Get out of that lie that you couldn't do it now. You got the Page of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, yeah. You follow your heart with the Page of Cups, you will lead you to abundance of the Ten of Pentacles, this fullness of life. They're basically saying, reiterating what I just said of it can bring you abundance. And you got the Two of Swords. Yeah, that's the battle between the head and the heart underneath the surface of, you know, the mind is the expectations, the heart is like the joy. And so there is that battle that they're saying is bubbling below the surface. And then the three surprise cards you have, yep, it's time for a death and a rebirth. Time for something to end, a significant ending for a significant beginning. You have the Knight of Cups, yeah, the quest for the heart, following your heart. There we go. And then you have the Five of Swords. Yeah, Five of Swords is like the Two of Swords. It's the battle, the conflict between the head and the heart. And I feel like this is that energy of, um, we can continue to do what we've always done and uh, continue to feel like we're existing instead of we're living. But I really like this energy of changing things. Again, the Six of Wands is this pursuit. What was here too? You've got the Knight of Swords. Yeah, the pursuit of clarity, even schooling again. I know you're like, ah. But if it's something that you love to do, it'll be different. It won't be like the fear of trying to get scores and I've got to achieve this or else. It's I love what I'm learning because this is what I want to learn. And it's a different type of um, experience with all that. So I love that for you. Let's see what you got a fortune cookie here from the inner wisdom, and then you get a rebel card too. So let's see what else they have here for you. Yep, so you've got memories. It says memories are to be cherished, especially fond ones of friends and family. What is a good memory that will make you smile today? I like this. It's almost like, do you remember what you used to love and what you wanted to do that you kind of settled into doing maybe what you're doing now? But what's an old memory? like when you were younger, maybe not a kid, but younger, going, wow, what is it that I wanted to become? Yeah, like this. Stop trying to control everything. Says you're being way too uptight. Let things work themselves out. Hand it over to the creator and trust, but follow your heart. I like that. You can't control everyone else's feelings and thoughts, whatever. They're like saying you can't please everyone. Follow your heart, right? So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you, Simran. So many blessings to you. All right. We have some more people came in here. So we got Crystal Waters. Hello, Crystal. Get you on the free list here. And Just Alice. Hey, Just Alice, thank you for your donation. We'll add you to the list up here, and you'll be up next year. Let me take a quick sip here. I think I'm almost done. Oh, yeah. Let me move my cold green tea over here. You're welcome, Simran. Hopefully that resonated for you. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, look how hot. There's only like this much coffee left in there. It was on the warmer. It's very hot. Yum, yum. Wow. Okay. I didn't burn my tongue, so we're good. All right. So just Alice, you are up 151.26. So, Alice, thank you so much for your donation, the little island retreat sticker. So, Victor's recent thoughts and feelings about you, will he respond to you today? Is he intentionally taking longer to respond than usual? If so, why? Will we end up having our date on Friday, Saturday? All right, let's take a look here. Based on current energies, of course. So, Victor's recent thoughts and feelings about you. Okay, thoughts, got feelings below that. I feel like I went this one too. And then, will he respond to you today? Okay. Is he intentionally taking longer than usual? Let's find out why. We'll find out if it's intentional. If it's not intentional, we'll still find out why. What will end up, will you end up having your day on Friday, Saturday? Right, let's see here. Friday and Saturday energy. All right, we'll see what we got going on here. So, the bottom of the deck, we do have the Judgment card here. What a beautiful card. It is about your higher self, asking you to see things from a higher perspective and kind of this drawing. It's drawing, but it doesn't feel like a drawing away. It's it's not like a way like, "Get away from him." It's a drawing, kind of like a step back so you could see things more clearly from a higher perspective, and we'll see what that unfolds here, what that all means. But what have his thoughts been about you lately? Yeah, the 2 of Pentacles. Do you feel like there's this choice energy here? I don't feel like it's between a real other person. I've been getting this a little off and on here. I don't think it was with you. Maybe it was, but it's like there's this, we're on this side, and then like we all kind of have this Frankenstein. It's not a monster though. It's like a hot monster that we create in our head of who the perfect person would be for us, right? What they would look like, how they would talk, what they do, what kind of person they are. We get this kind of culmination of everything we love about all of these people that we're attracted to, from movie stars to musicians to people that we've seen, not even met, and and people that we've met that we really love things about, and we just blip, 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 and we create this unachievable mirage of who someone could be. And we have this, and then we compare everyone to that. And it's like no one can ever match up to that. In fact, if this person existed, they wouldn't be interested in them anyway, you know, because they would be such a, a god or goddess, in our lives. You'd be like, "There's no way." But in our minds, they would be so in love with us, right? But I feel like that's what's been going on. They've been kind of this mental comparison to this mirage, right? The emotions, which the brain has thoughts and expectations and creates all this, the heart and emotions are more pure, they're more realistic, they are more true, right? Yep, well, I got the chariot, the power of choice between those 2, and look, the mirage in the desert. So there's movement and motion, this is moon energy, mother, Cancer moon energy behind the scenes of the chariot card. So there is heart choice here, and the Queen of Swords, which is like this very compatible energy that's there. It's like one of the cards that represents like, wow. So, there is this where you really, I feel like we would do really well, but comparison to this, I feel like they're still kind of stuck in that kind of energy, even though the heart is trying to kind of state its case to the mind going, "Look, they're this and this and this and this, look how compatible, look," And they're like, "Yeah, but what about so and so?" And they're like the heart's like, "Oh, you just don't get it. It's not real." They're like, "You never know, it could be." So they got that little, struggle inside going on. Will he respond to you today? 6 of Wands, yeah, victory, movement of energy. So this feels like a yes, that they'll respond today. Is he intentionally taking longer to respond than usual? King of Wands, that's intentional. King of Wands is all about, it's like Emperor, King of Wands, fire energy. It's, um, I'm the one who makes the plan and chooses and has things. Why? Why are they intentionally doing this? Queen of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. It does feel here that they, in the past, because of the 6 of Pentacles, it's like the codependent relationship kind of energy that's coming in, and the Queen of Cups, how they, in the past, listened to the heart and leaped quickly to get hurt. So I feel like they're intentionally trying to slow things down because in the past they tend to go too fast. They missed a lot of red flags with a lot of different people. And now I feel like they're intentionally doing it to avoid getting hurt again and not seeing things. And I feel like they're overdoing it though. They're overcorrecting. Like, they used to go this fast, and I'm like, "Well, I need to go this." And you're like, "Well, there's a good balance in between." But this is them trying to be healthy, trying to, in a way, protect their heart, but they're trying to be healthier than they did in the past. But I do feel like it's a bit of an over course correction kind of energy. So Friday and Saturday, will you have the date on Friday, Saturday? I feel like it'll be Friday with the strength card that we have coming in here. It's Leo, action energy. And then Saturday, we've got the Two of Swords, which is the battle between the head and the heart. So it feels like there's a yes here, and I feel like it is Friday. So interesting. I like that the lion on the throne, you know, uh, is appearing here. Hello. So I like this, right? Let's see what your fortune cookies bring in here too. Let me just. But I feel like this is good with the judgment card to step back and understand. Okay, I, I when I understand where they're coming from, that makes it me. realize their actions are about them, not about me, and um, that we can't change and make people behave any way we want them to be, right? We can just understand and be curious about where people are coming from, and then, um, you know, focus in on ours, right? Yeah, I like it. No mud, no lotus, but beautiful card. It says, take a note from the beautiful lotus, which defies the mud and murky water to rise to the water's surface to show its beauty. Overcome adversity by blooming where you are. So I like that. And then you also get a rebel card here. Everyone gets one this evening. I love these cards. Yeah, I like it. Boom, boom. So set firm boundaries. You have the right to be respected. Talk to the hand. And that's okay. It's okay to ask for what you want, not demand, right? No one wants to have demands put on them, but you can ask for what you want and just say, this is what I would prefer. And I understand emergencies and stuff happen, but I would prefer, you know, um, even, like if you read my text and you're going to reply later, how about you do an hourglass? I can see that you've seen it and that you want to respond when you have more time. Good. Then I that at least I know that you got it and this is our little communication. It's like developing that, right? So it's interesting. Right. So that's what they have for you, just Alice. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me just refresh that there. All right. You're welcome, Livier. Cheers. All righty. So I think it was it for donations. So we're going to scroll back here to the free readings. We've got just 3 left here. Let me get those set up. All right. So Marissa Smith, you are up 202.19. There you are. And a general for the weekend. All right. Not a lieutenant, not a sergeant, but a general. I'm just kidding. But a bunch. All right. So you've got the 9 of swords. Yay. Hey. With the page of cups. So it's not a horrible combination. It's a curious combination because the 9 of swords is an energy of it can be the nightmare and insomnia, but I don't feel that with this one. Immediately what came in is you're on the verge of being this is like you're exhausted trying to live up to other people's expectations. And the 10 of swords is like, I'm done. You're like this close to saying, I'm sick and tired of trying to live up to what everyone else wants me to be. I'm going to be me. Screw your rules in a way. And I feel like you're on this verge of just going, but this page of cups, this happiness comes in. And they're reminding me that, when our fears outweigh the uncomfortable feeling of not being true to our heart, when our fears outweigh that uncomfortable feeling, we don't act until that ugly feeling of not being true to our heart outweighs our fears. And then we're like, I'm done. And I feel like you're on this verge of it's about to tip and you're about to say, I'm done, everybody. I'm done trying to please everyone else and putting my happiness on the back burner for everyone else and everyone else choosing what we do and where we go and blah 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 because they throw a fit if they don't get to do what they want and you're like I'm done. I'm going to start making choices where I want to do what I want to do and if you guys want to come along you can come along or making different decisions and I just feel like there is this you're on the verge of going stick a fork in me, I'm done with it. And I feel like this is the weekend. Maybe it is this Leo energy from the full moon last week has been percolating. There is something. What happens tomorrow? Does Mercury go into Aquarius? Let me just check here. There's something that I feel like they're just reminding me that's happening here. It has to do with the planet. Maybe. What is it? Is it tomorrow? It feels like it's coming up. Oh no, it's on Friday. Mercury enters Pisces. Yes, that's it. So Mercury enters Pisces on Friday. So as you're going into the weekend, you're very influenced by this. s- because Mercury rules our communication and um, um, how we want to learn and stuff about how we communicate. And Pisces is the dreamer, the emotional dreamer, right? So I feel like over the weekend, you're like, I'm speaking my heart. Bip, bip, bip. Let's see what your fortune cookie says here as well. Oh, yeah. Welcome the truth. Here it comes. It says, honesty can be painful, make you mad and scare you, but you are strong and can handle it. And I feel like um, it's more so that your truth can be painful to others, make them mad and scare them, but you're strong. You can handle their reactions. So I like that for you. So hopefully that makes sense, Marissa. That's what they have for you, my dear. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Alexis, you are up 20647. All right. So a general reading for Alexis P. Williams, please. Absolutely. Let's take a look here, Alexis. What does Spirit want you to know? You're welcome, Marissa. You're like, look out, world. Here she comes. All right. So let's see what we got here. You got the Two of Pentacles. Well, I just put this back in and got the Page of Cups here. So, Alexis, the big energy here with the Two of Pentacles is an energy of like a choice of two opportunities in the outside world. Now, this can be relationship, it can be job, it can be anything really. I mean, it's two choices of things that exist outside of you. Like, so it can be a relationship with some kind of situation of some kind, even a thing, a possession, anything like that. And when we have the Page of Cups on one is from the heart, what the heart wants. The other is what the mind wants. And it seems good on paper, this other thing of the mind, the expectations, supposed to be this, supposed to be that, should be this, blah, 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 right? It's check, 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 check. It just feels like if you obtain that, it's to zero. Okay, I've got what I'm supposed to want. But this other option is with the heart's going, "Oh, but, 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 well, I should do this," but your heart's like, "Oh, but look over there, we want this. This is gonna make me so happy, and we're gonna feel so joyful, and we're gonna feel so alive." Or we can do what the mind wants. And so I feel like this is an time of, "Well, I'm not sure what I want." Well, you do know what you want. If you close your eyes and open your heart, you'll know the answer. And I feel like that's the big thing that they want you to know right now is there is the choice that, oh, everyone thinks probably I should choose that, but that's not going to make you happy. That's just going to make you check off a box. So I like this. Yeah, I like that. Get it out. It says, write about how you feel on paper and then get rid of that paper. So I feel like it's important for you to get out your thoughts and your emotions around the decision that's coming up, and it brings you clarity, and then burn the paper safely or destroy the paper. This probably has to do with someone usually when that happens, right? But anyway, that's what they have for you, Alexis. Hopefully that resonates for you. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Tim Delagem. You are only a corporal, but a general for the next 72 hours. Yeah. Absolutely, you're so funny. Uh, alright. And then we have Crystal Waters up, 2, 10, 0, 1. That little mirroring of the 10 and the 1 there. Alright, so you wanna ask if you're doing the right thing by starting your side business. I'm feeling excited about it, but anxious if it'll be successful. Alright, yeah, absolutely. We'll take a look here. Cheers, I'm gonna move on to the tea here. That's still lukewarm on the side of cold. All right, so let's take a look here. Of course, there's no right or wrong thing from spirit's perspective. There's just different choices with different experiences and different outcomes. So, what the energy we'll be looking at is um, with starting your side business, what energy is coming with that? And will it be successful by your current beliefs on what success would be, right? Because from them, there's no bad or good, worse or better. There's just experiences and adventures. There's just like, there's no failure from spirit's mind. There's just adventures. So we'll kind of zip into the human side a little bit, but let's take a card here. If you hadn't chosen the business as well, and then will you be successful? So we'll do 3 cards total here for you. So for the first one, with starting this business, what is it bringing you? What energy here? Yeah, you got temperance. It's a beautiful alchemy that you're creating this. You're bringing it forward. It'll be slow. You know, it's the temperances, it goes back and forth. They put some that base metal and they add magic and then goes back and forth and it slowly is transforming to gold and suddenly out of nowhere it turns to gold. So it takes a little bit of time for it to unfold. If you hadn't, the Page of Wands, you would have gotten a heightened energy. You would have started this eventually at some point. The Page of Wands would just it would have been more almost desperate, that you'd be like, "Oh my god, I gotta do this." It's almost like they're saying you started at the perfect time because it's like if you wanna bake a cake is what they're saying, um, it has to bake at a certain temperature for a certain time. You can't triple the heat and then throw it in going, "We better hurry up because 'cause it'll burn the cake." So you started it at the perfect timing. So I like that. Um, will it be successful? You've got the death card, this death and rebirth energy that comes in here. And I like that they're saying it's not life or death, you know. This isn't a it's not a like I said, it's not a life or death situation. But I like this. What is this rising from the ashes? This rebirth energy. I feel like when I heard rebrand, so I feel like here, like you keep doing this for a little bit, but then I feel like you end up wanting to change things and there for some reason you need to rebrand at some point. Either you move to a different location and you have to refile and re-put your business and do something and you decide, you know, as you're building it, you know, in the beginning, you're like, this is what I want. But as you're going through and doing your business, you have different ideas, you grow, and then you're like, well, this is the perfect time to rebrand it. And I feel like after the rebranding, there is this rebirth that happens. But we already knew with the temperance card at some point it does turn to golden and it does feel successful for you there too. So I like that. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here too. From the Rebel deck. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh, I like that. Feeling down, anxious, or overwhelmed. I think you actually use the word anxious. but anxious if it will be successful. Reach out to people who have your back. Let them know how you feel. And if you don't feel a human has your back, spirit does. So your spiritual posse, you have tons of individuals on the other side that have your back. Reach out to them and tell them how you feel. They will respond to you too. So I like that for you, Crystal. So many blessings to you. All right. Tim Alajem, you are up, my brother. You're so funny. Let me see if I can type right. This might work out better. All right, here you go. Corporal. All right, a general for the next 72 hours. Your impending windfall. News is good so far. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got this and this. Well, looks like you got 3 cards, so this will be next for the next each 24 hours here. The next 24 hours, you got the 2 of Wands, which is all about your power of choice coming in here. So, especially with your energy and your intentions. So, again, when we focus in on the abundance and the gratitude energy, I know you know this is a great reminder that when we focus on want or need or fear, that is what makes it harder. When we focus on the gratitude, let me focus on what I have and what I have had and hand it over and just um, focus on the gratitude energy really helps. That's the energy of the next 24 hours. The day after that, you've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is abundance. Uh, it's an energy of self-sufficiency and pentacles in the outside world. So it is this uh, it's like a dream come true energy of the physical coin, pentacles. So it feels like the 48 hours seems really good here for you. Day 2. And day 3, you got the 4 of Pentacles. Look at I'll just show you the miser sitting on top of all the coin, but it is a solid foundation on day 3, feeling secure, solid, um, and it's always a reminder, and it's a good reminder for all of us that when we define ourselves by the outside world, the 3 kind of cups of or buckets of relationships, situations, and things, coin, possessions, bodies, all of that we feel unstable because all those things are unstable. They just are things out there, but we already have our solid foundation of our worth in here. Inward and upward, we're solid. The rest of it's just above and beyond extra. But I feel like all of that, just is a very solid, starting with your gratitude energy of the next 24 hours really helps everything else fall into place there. So I really like those. Let's see here what we got for your rebel card. You rebel, you. All right, here we go. Oh, you don't need to convince people to like you. Says if they don't get how extraordinary you are, they are not your people. Thank you. Next. I love that. I love that for you. If they don't realize how extraordinary you are, they're not your people because you want smart people, people who can realize it. All right. So that's what they have for you, my friend. I wish you well there, whatever's going on there. All right. And I think that is it. Let me check my inbox here. Oh, it's refreshing. Taking this good old time. Let me check somewhere else real quick here too, just to make sure. As the elevator doors are closing here. All right. Nope, nothing there. Why is it still updating? Hold on. Just refresh it this way. There it goes. Yep, nothing else there. All right. So that are is all the readings. If you guys haven't entered the new moon drawing every full moon and new moon, I do have a drawing um, to win a 30-minute personal recorded reading or one of my energetic hedges. So that's the link. It's always down in the description area of the video as well as the playlist that I remembered to update. It's 2026 drawings and I mean 2026 winners and drawing video announcements. There's a playlist on my main page. Uh, and if you haven't checked out the Leo full moon energy, making the most of the Leo full moon. We're still just a couple of days after the full moon, so we still can access the release energy and the affirmation energy. So be sure to check that out as well. And then at midnight tonight, Mountain Time, we'll be having a new podcast episode come out for the Easier Path. So if you want to catch up in the meantime, the last one was called Easing the Pain. We'll have a new one coming out, Adventure 10, tomorrow. If you want to catch up, all the playlist again in the description area or on my main page there as well. And then lastly, we did have a new hedge, energetic hedge I introduced, which is the Hedge of Health. And that is on special from when I put it out till February 12th. So still have what about a little over a week left um, to get the introductory price of $35 instead of 50. So if you're interested, you can check that out as well. All right. So I think that is everything. So thank you guys again for all the thumbs up and all the love and all the support. So grateful for your thirst for spirit and for being along here on the path with me. And so I'll be back. I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Mountain Time starting. I do post uh, the session earlier in the day, so you have all day that you can jump into the chat, put your questions, make your donations through the super chat or through any of the other listed in the description area, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. And then I just capture them throughout the day. Um, YouTube saves them all, but I capture them anyway, just in case. And then I honor that first come, first serve when I come in on the evening. And like I said, in a moment, I'll be posting a pinned comment listing all the readings with timestamps so you can just find your name, click on it. It takes you right to your reading, too. So I'm excited. All right. Well, it's going to be an earlier session today. Everyone must be busy on this hump day Wednesday night. So I will see you guys when I see. Until then, remember every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So we'll see you guys soon. You guys take care.